Hey everyone, it's Sandy Leo speaking, and I'm based in New Zealand, and I'm here to talk about gut health and how important it is to keep an eye on your gut health. Now, it's going to be just a very informative, broad discussion because the one thing I want to emphasize is one size does not fit all. We are all in a different vehicle, just like we all drive a different vehicle. The same with our body, it's different. And you know how your vehicle that's parked in the garage, it's got its own little quirky things, so do you. So the key here about gut health is to get to know your gut and to get to know the symptoms and to get to know what they mean. So before I start with that, just a little overview. I've been in the industry for, I'd say 30 plus years in the health and fitness industry. And I started my journey because I had multiple misdiagnoses. I apparently was never meant to walk, work, or exercise again, and was put on Valium, and then Valium caused me all kinds of issues many moons ago. And here I am because what I did was I went on a journey to travel before COVID, obviously, and I went to the best I could find, and I found people that just were so interesting. I wanted to learn from them. So a rule that I've also learned is go and learn and steal from the best. And that's what I did, and I spent a lot of money, and I'm pleased to say I'm a certified Czech nutritional lifestyle coach, and I love Poo Chart. I also follow other areas in the gut and wellness industry, global, and part of many organizations to keep myself informed because everything changes. In fact, 50% of everything we learn changes. So even this video will change. So let's get back to where we are right now. So journaling is a great place to understand your gut and your symptoms. Now your gut is like the engine of your car. It's your powerhouse. It is where your nervous system, your parasympathetic, your sympathetic system, they all derive from your gut. So how you perform in your day is all related to gut health. Now we all understand that when we're feeling bloated, overwhelmed, stressed, underslept, we feel so drained and life is hard. So everything comes from the gut and what we're feeding it as to what we perform like, our performance level. So gut health has multiple symptoms it gives you, but a really good one to have a look at is the quality and the timing of your bowel movements. And yep, it's a real simple one to actually get in touch with. So I have a chart which I'd love to share with you. So before I show it to you, it is a poo chart, and all my clients basically have to tell me everything they do, including this. So the poo chart, have a look at it. So this guy here is what we all should be doing. A nice solid 6 to 12 inches on a daily basis. 1, 2, or 3 goes in the day. Now, if yours look like anything like that, that is a symptom of gut stress. And if you're stressed in your gut, you will be stressed elsewhere. It'll be affecting other areas. You'll have symptoms like bloating, irritability, lack of sleep, burping, lots of wind, constipated. They are all symptoms of gut health. Doesn't need a pill. It needs you to change how you've got into that place. Now, we can't always just avoid stress. Now, stress is the number one area that causes bad gut health, because not just the stress, but because of what you go and give yourself. So you go and take medications. all those medications then on top of the gut health, which is giving you symptoms, then becomes more stressed, and the gut lining becomes thinner, and it becomes harder for it to do its job. So it'll keep giving you symptoms until you listen. So the listening and awareness is the key here. Bowel movements, belching, wind, bloating, sore abdomen, skin conditions. So breakouts in skin are a symptom that your gut is not able to cope with whatever's coming in. And it could be not just in your mouth, it can be chemicals on your skin, it can be what you're smelling, it can be bright lights, it can be, of course, it can be people causing stress. And that's easy, you just get rid of them. No, you do have to manage them. I'm only being silly here. So there are many areas that put stress on the gut, and the gut will keep giving you the same symptoms. Even a sore lower back can be from gut stress, because gut stress will cause gut inflammation and gut bloating, and then that in turn will cause symptomatic sore lower back from the bloating in the L3 or L4 area. So I can eliminate foods out of one of my clients' diets that I find they're having too much of, and their body can no longer process it. You may have been able to when you're 20, but suddenly you've got a reaction to it. And that just means you've had too much of it and your body is screaming for a break. So they are really interesting areas. So one of the most interesting I heard lately was someone had to stop eating carrots. Yep, carrots made them itch straight away and get sore ears. And now that is a symptom. So you just figure out, what have I had? What's happening? This is a carrot lover. The body is screaming to say, please, can I have a break from carrots? So this takes me to detoxing. People think detox as in potions, lotions, stop eating, fasting is a detox. Incorrect. It is the liver, kidney, and gut's job to detox. So you have to look at your liver and kidney and gut's working ability to be able to deal with the job they're meant to do. Now, if you're clouding that job by putting in lots of toxic food, i.e. sugars, takeaways, badly bought meat, incorrect fats, sometimes just hot foods. What else? Mainly the biggest ones are the chemically loaded foods, the foods that are full of herbicides and pesticides, food that gets put in a microwave. All of these things give your gut, liver, and kidneys too much work to do. So then along comes your hormones, if you're not menopausal or perimenopausal, but when the hormones come along, it is your liver and kidneys' job to deal with hormones. So the hormones, if it comes up into the liver and kidneys and gut, and the liver and the kidneys going, hey, we've got too much going on. We just had a Big Mac, we've just had a bottle of wine, and this guy's really stressed out. Like, go away hormones. So the hormones then go from E1s back into E2s and get pushed back in the body, which then causes us to go into lion mode, irritability, lack of memory, hot flushes. So all of these things on top of hormones, gut, liver, kidneys, is just a cocktail. It's just a big mess. So really what I'm trying to say is undo your mess. Simplify your life. Alternate your foods. Don't have too much of anything. Choose nutrient-dense vegetables and homegrown from markets and places where you know they've come from, preferably people that you know are nice people because their energy's in it. Everything you're putting in should bring you into harmony and make you feel amazing. Shouldn't make you feel lethargic, tired, irritable, can't sleep. That is a symptom those foods are not sitting right in your gut. And then of course, you may have destroyed or partially destroyed your gut lining from areas such as surgeries that you can't avoid, are part of life sometimes. And after you've done that and you've had multiple heavy drugs or painkillers, though there is residue left in your body, and all those drugs cause a massive effect on your gut lining and destroy your gut's enzymes. And so your enzymes are there to help digest your food and allow the food to then be processed by the liver and kidneys and for everything to do its job, basically. So if we've destroyed our gut lining, and remember, a big symptom of this is if you're throwing up, you can't keep food down, and it looks like coffee grounds, that is your gut lining. It is saying, guys, I'm not here, I can't do the job. So then you'll be diagnosed with itis, otis, immune, all kinds of things. The biggest gift I can give you is go back to basics. Go back to listening to your body. If the gut lining has already been destroyed, before you do anything, you have to rebuild that gut lining. And to rebuild that gut lining is to rebuild it with good, solid food, but bringing in a good probiotic, prebiotic, or in my case, I use a fabulous acidophilus, and I do a month's course on that straight after doing antibiotics, because I can always feel bloating and soreness after taking drugs of any kind. Symptomatic, guys, and you'll notice your bowels are different or they're not moving. So we need to get the machine working again. All comes back to the gut health. So putting in the acidophilus, which is all the good bacteria needed to break down the food so the food can be used to feed our physical system and our neural system. So our neural system, our nervous system, which is our mental health, is fed from our gut. So how can you think properly, work properly, or have a proper relationship without your gut being behind it? You don't expect your 4 tires to take you on a destination without the engine, right? It's kind of the same imagery. We need the engine fully working and correctly working. And just like before a big road trip, we go and check our oil, our water, our petrol, our tires. So it's time to check ourselves and stop giving the job to the medical world or this person, that person, that person, or the latest diet, because one size does not fit all. It is a matter of journaling what's happening in your gut, seeing the symptoms that I've suggested that could be happening, and gathering and gaining weight gain is a huge symptom, guys. Your system is not working, and or you're feeding yourself incorrect foods for your body, and whether it be comfort food or whether it just be something you've heard to do, it may not fit you. So weight gain is just a symptom. One of the biggest areas which I find people fall down on, which is like a foundation, is hydration. So nothing works in our gut, liver or kidneys or gallbladder or bowel without hydration. So you can do all the rest, but without that foundation, it won't work. You'll have a short-term result and you may turn into a complete lioness because your body's screaming for what it needs, but it will give you symptoms. You'll be sore in your joints, you'll be sore, you'll have one of these incorrect poos I just showed you. The Poo Chart will highlight when you're dehydrated, and you'll feel frazzled. You'll feel really frazzled, uptight, and normally skin conditions as well, or a fungal infection, like through the eyes, ears, nose, or the vagina. They're dead giveaways of lack of hydration, and on top of that, lack of correct nutrition. So the hydration, guys, remember I told you liver, kidneys, and gut are the areas that detox you. And detoxing you is to keep your body running at premium. So if those guys are overloaded with too much work and not enough hydration. It's a losing battle. It's not happening. Water, good filtered water, the good stuff, not the tap stuff, because that's full of chemicals too. And anything chemical erodes the gut. So everything chemically enhanced, everything you can't pronounce, don't put in your mouth. All of that is stress on the gut. So backing up the bus, hydration. Hydration is really simple. So I'm just under 60 kilos, so I need to have 3 litres of water. Now I know I've got some people from overseas, you have to do your conversions because we're in different weights. So just half your body weight, basically. 80 kilos, 4 litres. 100 kilos, 5 litres. This 8 glasses is rubbish. That's just a standard drinking cue, but it doesn't serve you. So my body needs less than 100 kilos because 100 kilos is storing excess fat, and the liver and kidneys have got excess work, and so they need more hydration to do their job. So remember that, guys. It's like going on a big road trip. You're going to use more water, aren't you, than what you would to just go down to the dairy. So you start thinking about running your gut like a vehicle and what we put in and what we expect to get out. So the hydration, guys, so hydration, water, not Fanta, not Coke, not gin, not wine, is the transportation for fat to get to the muscle. So without that transportation, it can't get there. But first of all, the liver and kidneys need to do their job. So they're going to take the hydration first. And the gallbladder and the bowel are going to take it first. And if there's not enough to go around, the body will steal. It'll steal water from your joints, from your hair, from your nails, from your skin, to give it to your major organs, because it's life-threatening not to have hydration. And if you're still not quite getting enough hydration, you may just get away with enough to everyone do their job, but not enough for the next job to transport fat to the muscle, to be burnt. So it doesn't matter how much you exercise, how many boot camps, how many F45s, without the hydration, you could get fatter, or you may have a quick weight loss and then have all kinds of things you get diagnosed with, which I see quite a lot, because the major organs get stressed out trying to do all this work without enough hydration and then without the right nutrition. So you get symptomatic and you get diagnosed with things like an autoimmune disease or fibromyalgia, which is pretty well a new word, because we're eating worse. We're not drinking water because we've got all these other fancy drinks, but they don't serve us. In fact, carbonated drinks, sugar drinks, they should leave your life. Like water, I'm not saying to be perfect, I'm saying to watch what you do. If you know you're going out and going to drink a lot of wine, then make sure the next day you've got a probiotic there, you've got some really good food, and you're not going to give your body another job to do the next day. Give it a rest. Let the gut heal. Lots of water to get out the toxic mess you've made in your gut. Help your gut out. Line it with some nice yogurt, some good fruits, some high protein, good quality protein, brought appropriately from the right places. And if you start to plan your life like that, like I'm going out tonight. Now I already know what I've got in my fridge tomorrow to feed myself properly. And there'll be lots of water. And as soon as I get home, I will have hot water. So it's another area, guys, your fats. The fats are hard work on your major organs. Remember, they do the detoxing for your gut. So giving your body incorrect fats, or your vegetable fats and your almond and just all the fancy name fats. Basically coconut oil, olive oil, good butter. I should be your food sources, a good animal fat, good butter. They're all good. That's all I do. I don't do anything fat-free that is stressful on your body, because your gut can't recognize it as a food when the fat's taken out. And to use a protein, guys, for repair and growth, the body needs to receive a fat with it. So the gut, if it gets something incomplete, it's like going, what is this? Uh-oh, here comes some more. But hang on, I haven't figured out that last part. Oh, I'll store it over here. Oh, God, what's this? I'll put it over here. And then you get that storage tank and the bloating and the farting and the pain and the feeling so run down. So basically, guys, gut health is a study of you, your metabolic typing, what you do in a day, what energy you need, how much you put in, and how your body is dealing with your food. So simplifying your food, rebuilding your gut lining with a good probiotic, prebiotic, acidophilus, and I like to put in a good 2 weeks of just drinking some aloe vera juice to soothe all the channels as well, through to the gut, liver and kidneys and the bowel, helping everything get lubricated and working really, really well. If you find you're constipated, go take a laxative. Just have 4 kiwi fruit in the morning, a kiwi fruit gold. There are better ways of dealing with things that are stuck in your bowel and gut. There are natural ways to do it, and that then won't create another symptom and another toxic drug in the gut that the gut has to then figure out what to do with it. So a lot of anti-inflammatories are given out these days. These are one of the most dangerous gut drugs that we could have. And we must be taking an acidophilus with that and yogurt and aloe vera, or you will end up with gut and bowel problems, and or could end up with a tumor. So it's really, really important to understand that the things that are toxic in our body will not just disappear. They have to be processed. And to be processed, we have to have that engine and that machine working really amazing. So I want you to be very, very diligent in listening to your body. A burping doesn't need a Losec. It needs a betaine enzyme. So a betaine enzyme is the enzyme missing in your gut to stop the acidity. So a Losec will take away the belching, but it won't heal anything. So betaine enzyme starts to restore the gut so that's not so acidic, but at the same time, check the acidic foods you're having. You can Google that one, it's simple, and go for more alkaline foods. I'm not against fasting or juicing, I'm just saying it doesn't fit everybody, and some people overdo it. And then the machine and the gut and the kidneys and the liver and the bowel, they get confused. They're really looking for a more simple diet that feeds you with nutrient-dense, high protein, good fats, and your gut will start healing and you will become a more energetic, beautiful, radiant person in your life, and you'll feel yourself flourishing. And with these simple little changes and hacks, like, life can be quite a 360, and all your relationships around you start to not become overwhelming, and the feeling of jumping out of bed and having energy and blooming into this radiant person starts from your gut. So I'm wishing you a beautiful journey in finding out who you are, and I really suggest you write down what I've said and look at what toxic areas you may have in your body, or the hydration, and your sleep also is your repair. That's also really important. Really hard for shift workers, I know. So you then have to take out more toxicity. And guys, please don't use your microwave for your food. Radiated food is not going to serve your engine well. So I use my microwave for heating up my wheat bags, and that's about it now. And it is habits. So there's lots of habits here. Your habits around drinking, your habits around eating, your habits around your cooking, your habits even in eating food on a run, like, that's not going to serve you well. So eating your food when you're calm, you have gratitude for your food, you have space to eat, and just really enjoy it and look at it and feel the energy that is coming, and chew your food so it's not so hard for your gut to deal with. And then just be aware, as you start journaling, you'll start to realize what foods may not be in harmony with you. And so it's really about you finding out what foods create harmony in your body and what foods don't. Knowing your metabolic type is something I also do, because if we're having too much carbs and we're a mixed type diet, but we're following a carb diet, or we're following a protein diet, but we're a mixed type and our body wants 50-50 and a portion of good fat, because your protein needs fat to be digested. So if you're just going, oh, I'm just going to eat lettuce, leaves and fruit, but you're a protein type, your body will get fatter because it doesn't know what to do with all those carbs. It doesn't need it. It's not your body type. So there's stores, and you'll see lots of people that say they only eat salads, but they're getting fatter. That's why. So, and that causes stress on the gut, because the gut just can't handle what it doesn't need. It doesn't need an excess. It needs a perfect little mix that fits you, fits your life, your energy out, your energy in. And some days change. Another golden rule: if you do have a lot of weight and you're not in a high stress job or need to go and do something very athletic, I do fully support a 12 to 16 hour fasting, but in that fasting time, you're still having like lots of water, lemon juice, or you can have do some juicing with some high greens, oranges, yellows, in a nice juicing. So again, listen to your body on that. It doesn't mean nothing. It just means less, and the juicing still puts the nutrients in your body. However, if you're someone like me, I don't carry body fat because I've got my machine running so well. So if I went on a fasting over 16 hours, I'd be faint-headed, I would be not thinking right, I would be irritable. And so I'd listen to the symptoms, because I don't have enough fats to kick into, nor do I want to lose any body weight, because I'm at my perfect place. So that's not going to serve me to do a 3 or 4 day fast at all. So it is completely up to the individual that's going to fit your body and your life to restore and help give your gut a break from everything it's been doing. So if you're wanting to kick into your fat stores, you're going to have to up that water, do your fasting, make sure you've got that hydration so that we can kick into those fat cells. Don't go out and do your hard boot camps and hard workouts, like just doing 20 minutes 3 times a day, or going for a nice brisk walk, doing a yoga class or a Pilates class, or just a low impact class is just as good if you're in an older machine and your joints are sore. And remember what I said, that when we've got toxicity in our body, it hides in joints. So that's when we wake up with really sore bodies and cloudy heads. It's telling you your gut health isn't good. It's not coping. So the rules here for gut health, guys, are different for every single person. I'm hoping I've covered most of the areas which you could be confused about, and that I can help you get back into that radiant, beautiful body and gut and bowel that works for you and your life. And I wish you well.